Most people, thinking about a foot, think of something like this. They think, oh yeah, that's a foot. You need to think what's going on underneath. That's a foot. 26 bones again, same number as in the vertebrae of the spine. A foot inside this coating needs to be borne in mind in terms of how it is biomechanically structured. You think this is your heel and that you're striking with your heel. But very quickly when you look at how a foot is made, you realise it's not like that at all. Here is your ankle bone, here is your ankle bone, here is your ankle bone, and here is your ankle bone, and it will very quickly become apparent to you that your heel, that you think of as your heel, only has a bone in the outside half. And therefore, if when you load, and in Pilates for instance, you will be told balance between the heel and the triangle of your toes. But they don't mean this point of your heel, they mean this bit of your heel. And when you think a foot is straight and you have a matching pair here in parallel, you are already wrongly aligned biomechanically for how the bones in your feet work. You have a bone here, not in this section at all. This is arch, and this is soft tissue entirely here. But you still take off on these two toes. So your line of walking to be biomechanical should be from here to your two toes here. Can you see how your foot is now moved outwards? So if we then have the partner foot and you are looking from the top, you are looking at your feet should be like that. And we get people coming in clinic going, this foot's right and this foot's wrong. No. This foot's wrong and it should be out more. And if I turn that round, you'll see what we mean here. So there are a pair of feet correctly angled. You can see the toes are slightly splayed from each other. And there is a straight line from this heel bone, the calcaneus bone, straight through for you to take off on toe 1 and 2. And if you don't bear that in mind, you load wrongly on this whole structure. Remember, everything we've said today is about structure, okay, in all the different videos that we've done. So if I'm here and I am standing on the heel bone correctly at the back and then across and weighted down onto my toes, then my two bones in my lower leg are correctly balanced on top of here. They go up in a straight line and they go to the knee, which is the subject of a different video, okay? So if, however, I allow my foot to collapse in, as you can see here, just like with the spine being held biomechanically at the wrong angle, if I allow this to collapse in, then these bones in the lower leg are wrongly aligned, and therefore then the bone above that is also wrongly aligned. We can talk tibia and fibula, we can be talking femur, but let's just talk very simply here. We are talking about the fact that your foot is designed so that you should be striking with here, rolling along on toe 5, and then taking off on toe 1 and 2. We are talking about translating that into a foot, a real foot, and we are expecting your shoes to show wear on this 45-degree angle here, with no wear and tear here at all, nothing on this inner half, nothing up here into this archway, a bit of wear here, and then taking off on the toes. Now just listen, you can actually listen to it, and if you hear your feet flapping as you walk, or one foot flapping, you know, and you will learn so much from that. So if I now walk correctly, am I striking more harshly? No, I'm not. I'm literally using the same amount of force, but because I'm now striking with the heel, rolling round and off, striking with the heel and rolling off, what that's telling me and telling you is the jarring is not happening in the foot. The foot is all being used correctly. The muscles are getting a regular workout. All the bones in my lower leg are correctly aligned. There's no tension into my knee. My foot is bending and flexing across, distributing the stress points and the loading. If you do, and you're running or even walking, you are using your foot as a locked unit. You are not distributing the stress factors across all of this. Anyone who does any engineering or physics will understand what I mean. So when you're not distributing the stress across all of these bones, so that then it's distributed there and up into the flexing ankle as you move properly, and up into the knee and all the way up into the back, and you're doing this, you start to end up with fairly rigid sets of lower limbs, and the jarring will then be forced into the spine. It's a big thing.